Cleopatra didn't just meet Caesar, she staged one of the boldest entrances in history. This scene depicts Cleopatra face to face with Caesar after bursting out of a rug she used to smuggle into the Alexandria Palace. But why did Cleopatra orchestrate this surprise meeting, and how would it change the fate of Rome and Egypt forever? In 48 BCE, Cleopatra was in exile after being driven away from the Egyptian throne by her brother, Ptolemy XIII. The two had been co-rulers of Egypt after their father died, but soon Ptolemy and his advisors decided he should have the throne to himself. But Cleopatra did not sit idly by. She was busy creating her own army to retake the throne, and when Caesar arrived in Alexandria in pursuit of his rival Pompey, Cleopatra saw an opportunity. But how does an exiled queen get the attention of the most powerful man in Rome? Simple. When the carpet, which had been snuck into the palace by her friends, was unrolled in front of Caesar, the 21-year-old Cleopatra appeared in front of him. This bold and unforgettable act is said to have captivated Caesar. Cleopatra was intelligent, charming, ambitious, and incredibly persuasive. At the same time, the 52-year-old Caesar stood at the height of his power, and his wit and ambition created an affinity with the equally driven Cleopatra. The two soon began one of the most famous love affairs in history. In no time, Caesar had Cleopatra reinstated on the throne after defeating her brother. He arranged for her to rule alongside her other brother, but he died within a few years, leaving Cleopatra as the sole ruler of Egypt. It is said the lovers celebrated their alliance in 47 BCE by taking an extravagant cruise down the Nile River, leading a dazzling fleet of 400 ships. This staggering display of power was also done to announce Cleopatra's pregnancy with Caesar's son, whom they nicknamed Caesarion, meaning Little Caesar. She also went to Rome, where, to the outrage of the Roman people, she stayed in Caesar's villa along the Tiber River, and she was here when disaster struck. On March 15th, 44 BCE, Julius Caesar was stabbed to death by Roman senators outraged by his growing power as dictator. We can only imagine Cleopatra's emotions upon hearing of the death, but whatever she felt, she turned it into a calculating composure. Despite the danger, she remained in Rome for a month, trying to gather intel on who would be the next ruler of Rome and attempting to legitimize Caesarion's position as Caesar's son. After returning to Egypt, she began a politically advantageous love affair with Mark Antony, but the two both took their lives after being defeated by Octavian's forces, Antony by stabbing himself, and Cleopatra, as the story goes, by compelling a poisonous snake to deliver a fatal bite. If you enjoy history told like a stroll through a museum, check out my YouTube channel.